What's up, everybody? This is the one, aka Jodecideion on YouTube, and I'm bringing you another bonus thought out from the side of my neck. Today's bonus thought is all about Nintendo's Gaming Summit, which happened earlier today. So I welcome you to Out from the Side of My Neck, Bonus Thought 7. And its title is, Yes, Nintendo Loves Me, aka a apology letter to the core gamer. An hour before I start doing this video, Nintendo held its Spring Gaming Summit. Basically, a small video game conference for the media only, showcasing games that were released in the spring and summer of this year. Some would say Nintendo came out punching at this conference, showing some great games that we can look forward to. But to be honest, I say it's a apology letter. It's a olive leaf to the so-called core gamer, the group of gamers that Nintendo has been supposedly disappointing this whole Wii generation. Thanks to the media, there is now a divide within the Wii fan base. Every time Nintendo released a game like Wii Fit or something that is not considered traditional gaming, the media tells us this is wrong, that Nintendo is abandoning us for this new so-called casual market. Even a game like new Super Mario Bros. Wii is considered casual by the media because it's 2D. It goes back to the basics of gaming, where in their opinion all games should be 3D. That is a new standard set by the industry. The sad thing is, there are a group of Nintendo loyalists, fanboys, who believe what the media says, and they follow suit, getting angry every time Nintendo does something like that. Instead of releasing updates to Wii Fit and Wii Sports, they want new games, new traditional games. So, to counter the propaganda and anti-Nintendo movement, Nintendo comes out and they release core games. All 3D, all action adventure based, all mature sort of titles. Not meant for young kids, not meant for your grandmas, meant for those guys 16 through 25. Supposedly the demographic Nintendo doesn't have, at least what the media says. At this summit, Nintendo reveals release dates for very huge games. These games could come out later in the year and be flagship titles for the Christmas holiday, but instead we're getting them a lot sooner. If the PS3 has God of War coming in March and the Xbox 360 has Halo Reach coming soon, then what do Nintendo have to counter that, to be their defining game? Nothing more than the man himself, Mario, the only true icon in the video game world. New Super Mario Galaxy 2 will drop in May of this year. A few weeks later, the sequel to the cult classic Sin and Punishment will drop on June 7th. And finally, at the end of June, the next installment of the Metroid franchise, Metroid Other M, developed by Nintendo and Tecmo. All three games are huge titles, but Super Mario Galaxy 2 and Metroid Other M coming out within a month of each other. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's the equivalent of the Xbox releasing Halo Reach one month, then the next month releasing Fable 3. Or the PlayStation 3 releasing Gran Turismo 5 one month, and then the next month you get God of War 3 or something like that. And to even add more sugar into the pie, Nintendo revealed that Monster Hunter 3 that comes out in April by Capcom will have free online play, unlike the Japanese version that came out last year. Also, you'll be able to talk using WeSpeak and text chat. So voice chat, text chat, free online. Then, if you go reserve the game at your local GameStop, you'll be able to get a demo of the game, plus 500 free Wii points. So starting in April, we're going to get 4 must-have games, all considered to be core titles for the man's man. Throw in that the DSi XL is going to drop in March for $190. Throw in new WiiWare, new DSiWare games coming, like Crave Story, to name a few. Nintendo really came out this summer and said, man, we always been here. We've always been down for you. We always shown you love. Please show us some in return. Yeah, right, Nintendo. And that's a problem I have. I'm under the impression that Nintendo suffers from spousal abuse syndrome. Yeah, I just made that shit up. But yeah, spousal abuse syndrome. Basically what that is, your loved one is beating your ass. And you can't leave him or her because you love them so much or you're afraid of them. Nintendo loves its fan base too much. Even the assholes who don't deserve that love. You see, Nintendo is that girlfriend you had when you were a young kid, or back in junior high or something, middle school. And, you know, she wasn't all that pretty, she wasn't all that hot, but she was always nice. You was, you know, she was down for you, ride or die. Basically, you were with her by circumstance. At that time, she was the only girl that liked you, aka the only system on the market. But finally, you grow up, you come to your own taste, your own style. You want to upgrade. You want to get that new girl, that new system. Because the old one just wasn't cutting it. Like I said, she's not bad. So you leave her, move on to bigger and better things, and she just sit there and wait for you. Or better yet, she lets you leave. Because in her heart, she knows you'll return. Because she loves you wholeheartedly. The problem I have with the current Nintendo is they're still trying to be nice, support that asshole who's abusing them, aka the wannabe so-called hardcore Nintendo fan. Now there are two different kinds of Nintendo fans, or fanboys. They're the ride or die true ones, the loyal dog ones, and then basically they're the other assholes who say they bleed and die for Nintendo, but basically they're cheating on her. And you can look at the past sales of old consoles made by Nintendo to see where this line is formed. When the NES dropped, Nintendo was the only girl that liked your sorry ass. That's why she had 100% of your time during those days. So as you get older and new girls appeared on the market, Sega Genesis, Sony's PlayStation, Xbox, you left Nintendo. You moved on. Just look at the past sales of Nintendo's consoles. Look how they gradually dropped from each console to the next. From the NES selling 61 million systems during its whole lifespan, we have the Super Nintendo only selling 49 million. You know why? The Sega Genesis was in town. The new girl. Next, we have the N64 era, only selling 32 million systems. At that time, we had the Sega Saturn and the new hot girl, the PlayStation. Everybody wanted her. Finally, we're at the lowest point of your relationship with Nintendo, the GameCube, with only 21 million systems sold worldwide. At this time, the PS2 is the baddest girl on the block. Xbox is coming. She's looking kind of good. She's got a fat ass, but still, everybody wants some of that PS2. And that leaves poor old nerdy Nintendo alone, sitting there waiting for you to come home. I'll break this down even further in part 2. Check for that soon. Peace.